Hello world, and welcome back, or welcome if you are new here. If you haven't seen my July bullet journal setup, although I haven't edited that footage yet, it is my intention to post that before this one goes up. So while I have no idea what I said in that video, I hope you go and check it out. And if you enjoyed it, feel free to give it a like. This, as the title probably indicates, is my mid-year bullet journal setup. I get about 6 months per journal. So halfway through the year, I set up a new journal. That's what this one is. And I didn't change a whole lot of what I've included in my yearly spreads. So while I do want to talk about that a little bit, I'd like to focus a little bit more on what this theme is, how it came together, and just like the pieces of my life that have led me to this moment here. I hope that that made sense. So while I paint my introductory pages, let's talk a little bit about what this is. I have been struggling a lot this year. I think coming out of 2020 and unresolved things and new things that have happened this year, there's been a lot building in my life, and it has been slowly chipping away at my mental health. So slowly that I haven't even really noticed it up until about a month ago, I would say. Even though I've clearly not been okay, because I haven't been posting videos, and I love posting videos. It makes me happy. So that's an indicator for myself. When I start cutting out the things that make me happy, but I still sort of think to myself and feel like I'm doing okay, that's a pretty strong indicator that I'm not okay, because I am staying above water, as it were, with everything else in my life, only because I've cut out everything extra and am drowning myself in comfort activities like binge watching TV shows instead of reading. So that was a very long and complicated way of saying that I've been struggling a lot with my mental health this year, and that fed into a lack of motivation to use my bullet journal, a lack of creativity and ideas for my bullet journal, just a whole lot of mess. And I finally had this idea. The bullet journal that I'm using is from Imprint, who is a fellow BujoTuber here. I will link their channel down below. They came out with their own line of bullet journals. I've been interested in checking them out for a while. I finally got this one. I don't think it shows up on camera at all, but the journal that I got has a white cover and 3 little dots, a little gold ellipses. And that sparked an idea to create my own story. So what the theme of this mid-year bullet journal setup is a town on the edge of magic. I have long been fascinated by and drawn to the concept of the sort of town that lies in between normal everyday reality and the supernatural, the magic, the fantastical. It's places that show up time and time again in books and TV shows and films. It's the town in Darkest Part of the Forest. It's Storybrooke in Once Upon a Time. It's Averno Township, if anyone has heard of that. It's that place that is in between everything. And instead of trying to find something that felt like it fit what I needed and wanted to create, I have created my own imaginary town on the borderline between here and somewhere. I am not a writer or a storyteller or anything like that, so I'm not trying to put pressure on myself to invent a whole storyline to go with this. I'm just trying to put the pieces together that feel right. Just sort of following my instincts and my creativity as it flows. So the town that I put together is founded by a lake, and next to the town is a wood, and in the wood is where the magic hides. So the town was founded as Lake by the Wood, which evolved into Lakewood. And as you can see here, I am sketching out Main Street of Lakewood. This is based on a couple of different reference photos, but again, this is all just made up and following what I felt like was right for what I wanted and what was going to give me the motivation and inspiration to push myself through whatever it is that I am going through right now. That for me is a huge part of what my bullet journal is. It's a place where I can build a space that gives me the motivation, that feeds me what I need to keep moving forward on what I need to be doing. I hope that made sense. So that's what this theme is. And each spread in my yearly setup, whether that's these ones at the beginning or my quarterly goals check-ins, each one is designed off of a different space in the town. So what I've got here for my future log is the Welcome to Lakewood, Lake by the Wood. The banner at the top is like a wood sign, and yes, I did go through and add in all of the numbers off camera because you know what is extremely stressful to do? Film yourself writing out 365 numbers and hoping that you don't make a mistake. So instead of doing the stressful thing, I made it easier on myself. Little steps to take care of myself. And I'm not leaving as much space for events this time around. I find just with the way that the world is and my life is right now, I don't need a lot of space to plan for events far in the future. And that gave me an opportunity to incorporate some washi tape and stickers that again, feed that need that I have to feel motivated to use my bullet journal. Moving on to the current spread that I am on, which is the Main Street of Lakewood. I am trying a different method of tracking birthdays. And yes, I made this calendar 4 months too long, and I didn't figure that out until I was right here. I went back and I covered that in with some scrapbooky collage stuff. So the open space on that spread is in case I do actually fill up my future log and I need somewhere else to write down events. And I'm feeling very drawn to having a lot of space for miscellaneous notes. So you're going to see a lot of open space that is not pre-planned, and that is what that is for. This is the Lakewood Public Library, which obviously is my reading tracker. I haven't left as much space here as I did for the first half of the year because I found I'm really not reading as much as I did last year, which is okay. And again, there's a lot of open space on this spread for notes and thoughts that can be used for additional books if I happen to overwhelm this bookshelf with all of the books that I have read in the second half of the year. And this was a really nice opportunity to use these cute stickers. Reminder, All of the supplies that I have used are linked in the description. Most, if not all, of the stickers that I am using throughout this setup are from Sticky Club, so you can go and check that out. I'm not an affiliate or anything at all, but you can go and see what I have used in this setup in the description of this video. Moving on to the Lakewood Family Doctor. Yeah, I didn't have a good vision for what I wanted this spread to be, so I haven't included a whole lot of stuff, but as you can see, I did pre-make my mood and period tracker. Again, things that are incredibly frustrating when filming a bullet journal video, trying to draw all of those lines on camera. So I just did myself a favor and didn't do it on camera. The gilded edge on that page is because this is actually from my Notebook Therapy Tsuki bullet journal from the first half of the year. I thought that was a nice little addition. Like I said, this is just my standard mood tracker and period tracker throughout the year. The clipboard is a space to fill in some health and wellness goals. The open space is going to be for keeping track of I don't even know what, treatment plan, when did I last, etc., etc. Yeah, I'm in a place of moving by instinct because I don't know. And this is a spread that is incredibly simple and I like a lot, but now having worked through a lot of my mid-year reset on my goals, I'm not sure that this is the best format for this. And that was some old torn pieces of paper to fill in my goals, but I don't know what my goals are for the rest of the year. I kind of do, but I also kind of don't. And I kind of wish that I had left that spread open so I could put it together in a different way, but it's done now, so I will make it work. This right here is something I was very excited about. This is my spread for planning out the theme for upcoming months, as well as 2022. And I have put this together as a little local art gallery. So there's little plaques underneath each quote work of art. The work of art is just gonna be my messy planning of like color palette and general theme ideas and maybe doodles. But this came together entirely because of these stickers that I'm adding here. I've had these, again, from Sticky Club for a while, and I had no idea where to use them, but this just clicked instantly. It's like super aesthetic art gallery. I love it. So we shall see how this one comes together. I'm enjoying having a dedicated space to plan out my themes throughout the year rather than just like testing color swatches on a random page in my current monthly. I realized as I'm recording this, I said at the beginning, I wasn't going to talk a whole lot about the spreads, and I was going to talk about other things, and I've spent most of this video talking about the spreads because I talk a lot faster than I ever remember. But anyway, this is my memory keeping space where I will paste in pictures throughout the year. Obviously, had to do that as the Lakewood High School yearbook. Nice and cheesy. And this is a spread that I'm really excited about. This is something new. I've seen so many bullet journalers do monthly playlists, but quite frankly, I don't change up the music that I listen to that often. I love music and I listen to it, fairly often, but I don't change up what I listen to very much month to month. So this is my 2021 playlist where I will add in whatever songs strike my fancy throughout the year. And I couldn't think of any music-related place of business that I loved more than Empire Records. I could not invent one that I love more than Empire Records. So I'm just co-opting that for my own purposes, and that's everything that I've got for the second half of 2021. These are all of the spreads with added stickers and washi tapes, and you can see my little fix for my birthday calendar. I absolutely love it. It's pretty simple and it's very personal, I guess, but I'm feeling good about it. I'm feeling excited to use it, which is the most important part. I really enjoyed getting to use a lot of these stickers that I've had laying around and haven't had an opportunity to use in my bullet journal. I'm very excited about the other yearly spreads I will be doing for my goals check-ins throughout the year. And I am finally feeling good about it, which is a very exciting place to be. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you all later.